from the crossroads of America. We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Punter Rigoberto Sanchez has it teed up and ready to go. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Logan Thomas.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap, now to Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Rig alert!
The give on second to Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
Got ready. Gravity Lions.
Got TK, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no favor. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Now Ward's going to hang on to it. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another kid at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game. Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down. Special teams does their job. Now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. They make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now Richardson to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. He's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they just gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Come on.
First down throw here from Richardson. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
19-18.
10 at the 10-yard line.
7 Pirates.
Working inside the red zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. Second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, first and 10. Pressure coming. Here's Ward. They're setting up the screen. It's Pollard. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And Ward's going to hit the jack as he gains enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
First down from the 42.
Cowboy it.
Ward's going to throw it. He finds Tigger Cockrell for the grab. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That catch right there ended up paying off one of the longest routes he's going to run. He started on one side of the field, Kate, and he made it all the way across to the other. And at no point was he going to step off the gas. My man, though, he may need a little breather, a little oxygen after that one.
Offense to the line for second down.
70 Timberwolves.
Again, a run with Pollard. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. What's going to throw here on third? And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a second quarter lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Ashton Doolin now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60. Let's go now. Come back in. Rocco 80.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there. Up to the 30. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. From the gun, Taylor. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came to
Richardson fumbled it. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Has some daylight through the 40. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he only picked up about 3 yards there before they got to him. It's 2nd down.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
DK motioning right. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this one does not go far. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
18, Romeo, 18, ready.
They'll throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Panther 11, Panther 11, go!
Richardson on 1st and 10. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Viking 18, 79 Broncos. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Completed over the middle. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. A give, left side to Taylor. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
Seven Pirates, go!
Richardson on third. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he can scramble for the first.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. He's got it. Complete to Downs. And they get this down to the 28. Look at that. No worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on fourth down. That was impressive. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun. Hand off to Taylor. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stop is made. Oluwafemi Oladejo.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. After that plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the red zone on first. Looking, isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout Indianapolis. That's in seconds. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on first down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards. And the defense just did.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, he made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On the set.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Dragon 60.
Third and long for him here. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. It's just 21 yards down the pipe.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive. Paying off with points, and remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one, so that is how our half will end. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Doolin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Fights his way through a tackle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go again with Taylor. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Richardson. Dumped off to his running back. That screen snipped out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, and on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Ready. Panther 11. 19 Lions. Ready.
Third and long, it's Richardson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical as nobody wants a 3 and out.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
19, 18.
They'll throw third and long. And that's going to fall incomplete on the look to his running back, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
60 Bobcat.
He'll throw it. This interception is also dropped, but they're still going to take possession as the incomplete pass forces a turnover on downs here.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. And how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. That's good for 6 yards. They're going to have second and goal now at the 3.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Get it. Go.
Taylor again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Now from back at the 7. Here's third and goal.
79 Broncos. Ready.
To throw, Richardson. Escapes. And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a third-quarter lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. First and 10.
Ready. Warriors, ready.
Now Ward. is nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Forced out to his right. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down. A gain of 18.
Back to 6.
First down, Titans.
Ward, a quick throw, complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Again, Ward going to the air. Running a screen now for Jones. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Ward now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. You see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Ward. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 4th quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing.
Got it. Ready?
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. To the line comes Ward. They're going for 2.
60 Bison. Here we go. Set. Ready.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, that right there really changes the complexion of this game. They take the lead on the conversion rather than playing for the tie.
You could just see my head up here in this booth, right? It's just shaking. I mean, the old-timers are looking at some of these decisions the new school guys are making and just wondering aloud, what are you thinking? And what they're thinking is what some of the data is telling them to do. And what I love, Kate, it now really puts the pressure on that other side to respond. Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, it sets the offense up for success. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
18 Rattler. 18. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 Lions.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Into traffic. Complete. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Desperation time here. That finds Pittman, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. One of their best play calls in this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on fourth down. That gets them the first.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Taylor trying the left side. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
19. Come on, come on.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Throw, this is Taylor. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit them right in the mouth.
Tag! 79 Broncos!
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, he lost the football! But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Kevin Winston with the INT. And the Titans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop the potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Titans holding just a 1-point advantage. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down. They've got a man in motion. Ward's going to throw it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And that's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Here we go, here we go. Check the Eagles, check the Eagles.
They get to Pollard from the gun. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
The 13-yard line.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up third down.
You know, most pass rushers really don't get enough credit for how well they read those quarterbacks. As he was fighting his blocker, kept his eyes on the ball, and he timed it perfectly to get a hand up in the throwing lane and force the incompletion.
And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down. It's a very important field goal for Joey Slye. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle.
A 34-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after after that, make a field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Gould on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Setting up to pass. Taken in by Pierce. And that is exactly what they needed. A quick first down, and he freezes that clock. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Dragon 60.
Back to throw.